Open world games are both hated and loved equally. The hate part being mostly because of these vile, plastic-producing, putrid See, these geniuses at Ubisoft, they have it all figured out. You want a successful open world game? Make jungle. Copy-paste same building across map. Fill with enemies. Congratulations, you've made Ghost Recon Breakpoint. See, but it's not so simple. We have to make the player think that there's something important going on. So, what do? Fill the map with 500 PNGs. See, that's an example of what not to do. But once in a while, we get absolute gems. See, these gems are far and few between, but they are memorable. Take Elden Ring, for example. As much as there is going on in that game, the feeling of finding a secret route or discovering Ohio for the first time is ingrained in you. Because there wasn't a fucking Overwatch rank up symbol telling you to go there. And you're rewarded for exploring. And that's the Elden Ring experience. See, unlike most other genres, you will instantly know when you're playing a good open world game. You're free to explore and find your own path around the world and interact with it as you please. That freedom of choice allows you to lose yourself in the world and get immersed in it for as long as you want to be. Now, I know this game had a little bit of a rocky start, but Cyberpunk is one of the most brilliant examples of this out there. The moment you get into the open world, you're free to explore the insane borders of this huge futuristic city, and really far outside of it too. Now, as huge as the world is and as cool as it is to explore, there's still not that much interactivity that I would like. But even then, I would still say you kind of are rewarded for exploring because it is just eye candy to look at. Every part of that map is fucking insane, as opposed to a lot of games that Ubisoft makes where the open world is just a wallpaper basically. And I keep saying Ubisoft because that's the formula that they've made. But there are very few games where Ubisoft strays from the formula and they actually make something really cool. And one of those games is Assassin's Creed Origins. Oh my god, it's good. It's an amazing, I think, accurate rendition of what ancient Egypt looked like. I don't think there's any other games that are in ancient Egypt, unless you're counting like Prince of Persia. No, that's in Persia. But the great part about the game is it's not just eye candy. There's things to find. You're rewarded for exploring. And I know what you're thinking. It's ancient Egypt. What about the pyramids? You can go inside every fucking pyramid. Not to mention the view when you climb all the way to the top. Oh my goodness. Speaking of views from high places, by the way, I'm going to talk about a game right now that you probably hate, even though you've never played it. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know I'm a big Batman fan, so you probably know what I'm talking about. Gotham Knights. Yeah. Okay, keep it down now. Gotham Knights does kind of fall into the territory of that Ubisoft formula. It has outposts and it uses them, but there's a lot more than just that. One way they really well utilize their open world is with the lighting. It not only looks cool with the fog, but police lights are clearer from a distance. What that does is it gives you this really cool experience of being able to go on top of a building and see these police lights out in the city. And what you can do then is be like, okay, there's a crime over there. Let me head over, stop Ezra Miller from throwing a chair into a Hydron Collider and, you know, save the city. But I wouldn't be talking about Gotham Knights if the lighting was the only thing I liked about the open world. The city is also just really fun to traverse and it feels like Gotham. Even little things from the placement of the dynamic crimes to the immersiveness of the cops coming in after you stop a crime and you having to like either get out of there or be a psychopath and stay and fight them. And if you're lucky enough to not get any performance issues, it is just a really fucking cool vigilante simulator. And I think that is in part to the open world and the way it was put together. But you know who isn't put together? Every Genshin Impact player. That's right, we're going 2 for 2. 2 games we all hate equally. Listen, I had to do a sponsored stream for them. So I decided, you know what? I'll try to find something fun to do. I'll go to every single map marker and just finish the map. What happened in those next 2 hours was just pure bliss. You go from a mushroom forest to suddenly the fucking icy tundras with the dragons and shit. It's just insane. What are you talking about, Ryan? It's just grassy plains and nothing else. There's nothing going on in that game. Oh, you couldn't be more wrong, my sweet sunshine. Now that we're 2 for 2 on games that people don't like, I'm going to talk about a game that everyone likes and why I don't like it. And that game is Spider-Man PS4. Now, no, okay, listen. Again, do we want to go there again, guys? Do we want to go there again? I will take it there. Spider-Man is a good story game, and the world is obviously built so that you could swing around it. But that's really all there is to do once you get past the story. See, the first two games I listed, like Cyberpunk and Elden Ring, the world is still interesting no matter what point in the story you're at, whether it's done or you're at the beginning. It's still interesting. There's still things to do because it still feels alive and that there's things happening. Whereas in Spider-Man, all that's happening are the same gang of 5 hockey masked motherfuckers juiced up on steroids coming out of a truck committing the same 4 crimes over and over. And now for my personal #1 favorite open world game done right. Everybody loves it except for those 5 dudes who think they're special and quirky. It's Skyrim. Every inch of the world has purpose to it. You could choose the most random direction to walk in, and within minutes you'd find something, or something would find you.
Over your valuables, or I'll gut you like a fish.
Nothing is stopping you from doing whatever the f you want, whenever the f you want. You can interact with basically every object. You can kill everyone. You can follow the story if you want, or take it down 100 different paths. It would be a disservice to say the world feels alive, because it is alive. You can make whatever decision you want, and the world will react to it accordingly, no matter what. You can be a medieval sociopath, or you can live according to the laws each kingdom has set in place. But I do love becoming a medieval sociopath. All right, that's it. Now which one of you is booing? Let's have a little talk about that, huh?